The survivors will not have Facebook. When systems and processes work in harmony, they elevate us. Together, they form the scaffolding that allows creativity, productivity, and purpose to take shape. That's how human progress has always worked, structure in service of potential, but somewhere along the line, that balance flipped. The very systems designed to make life easier began to consume the lives they were meant to improve. We didn't notice it at first. Progress always wears a friendly face, a faster way to connect, a cleaner interface, a smoother experience, and yet, with each upgrade, something subtle but essential was traded away. Stillness, attention, the ability to be bored long enough to think. I'm not the tinfoil hat type, but you don't need to be paranoid to notice the pattern. The modern world has turned humans into servants of their own creations. We manage our devices the way factory workers once managed machines, except the machines now manage us back. Somewhere in the last 15 years, social media stopped being a mirror and became a magnet. I can't say whether it was designed that way or whether the business model simply evolved toward its most profitable form. Either way, the result is the same. We scroll while the world scrolls past. Consider the math. The average person spends more than 2 hours a day on social media, another 2 on email, messaging, and notifications. That's roughly 1 full day out of every week surrendered to screens, a day that could have been used to build something, learn something, or simply rest. We tell ourselves we're connecting, but what we're really doing is feeding. Every click, every swipe, every post is data, tiny fragments of human behavior, packaged and sold and optimized. The currency is our attention, the commodity is our mood, and the return on investment goes to someone else entirely. As someone who's spent a lifetime in sales, I've learned one truth that never fails. Every transaction has a buyer, a seller, and a product. If you can't identify the product, it's probably you. That's what bothers me most about the systems we've built. They run on a hidden economy of time. When you exchange your hours for meaningless motion, who benefits? When you give away your focus, who collects the interest? The result isn't just wasted time, it's wasted presence. Constant context switching fractures the mind. You can't think deeply if you're always reacting. You can't create if you're perpetually consuming. And you can't live meaningfully if your attention is rented out in 1-minute intervals. This is not an argument against technology. It's a plea for balance, for reclaiming the tools before they finish reclaiming us. If the much-discussed singularity ever comes, the point where technology and consciousness blur, I doubt its survivors will be the ones chasing Facebook likes or scrolling TikTok at midnight. The ones who adapt will be those who can unplug without losing themselves, those who still remember the texture of silence. I'm not proposing that we all move to cabins or take vows of digital poverty, but it's worth studying those who already live outside the system. The Amish, for instance, often become the target of easy jokes, yet viewed through a sociological lens, they are thriving. They live long, healthy, and purposeful lives. Their fertility rates are high, their community ties strong, their levels of chronic disease remarkably low. They aren't saints, they're simply unhooked. They remind us that simplicity is not regression, it's strategy. They've opted out of the feedback loops that dominate the rest of us. Their days are physical, grounded, and filled with tangible output. When the power goes out, nothing changes for them. Meanwhile, the rest of us panic when a Wi-Fi signal flickers. The irony is that many of the people designing our digital futures live more like the Amish than they'd ever admit. Silicon Valley elites limit their children's screen time. They pay for silence retreats. They've seen the code and they know what it does: capture attention and arrest development. That's the quiet divide no one likes to talk about. The two groups most likely to endure whatever upheaval lies ahead will be those who never needed technology and those who control it. Everyone else is caught somewhere in the middle, mistaking motion for meaning. If we truly want to survive, not just physically but intellectually and spiritually, we have to learn to see our attention as sacred territory. Every notification is an invitation to surrender a little more of it. Decline a few, not out of rebellion, but preservation. The future doesn't belong to the most connected, it belongs to the most conscious. And when the dust settles, the survivors will not have Facebook.